Hi, I'm doing a new video today. There's two books I'm going to be talking about in this one, and I'm going to first start off with In the Shadow of 13 Moons by Kimberly Sherman Cook. And this is a book I don't know where I acquired it. I've had it for a while, and I know I had it when I lost my job in 2009. I had it sitting in a stack of books, and just I was looking through it and it sort of jumped out at me. So I must have acquired it at some point before then. So it would have been like before October 2009. But anyway, this book is about working with lunar energies, more so the dark phases of the moon, versus working with the new moon or the full moon. And it is a guide sort of thing because there are exercises in here. The whole point is to work with accepting your shadow self and transforming your life. And in the back of the book it says she teaches you how to blend arts of shadow work with magical practice to form a gentle yet empowering journey. It does take you through 13 moon cycle meditations, rituals, spell works, craft projects, and it does in fact have all of that. This is a book that's going to take you probably a few times to work through. I read through the book first, basically to get a summary and idea of what was in this book, and then I went back and started working with the exercises, and I actually have a dark moon journal that I keep from having worked with the exercises. I did kind of stall out working halfway through the book with exercises, so I'm either just going to start working again from the first exercise, or I'm just going to pick up where I left off. But either way, I really like this book, and I think it's one of those books not everybody's going to have heard of. Kimberly Sherman Cook, she's not an author I see a lot of people even mention. So definitely look for this book and check it out. Great book. Next book I'm talking about is Ritual Craft by Amber K. and Azaria Iron K, which I probably horribly mispronounced that. And this is a book about spell work. It is all about spell work and ritual work, and that's not even being fair to what is in this book. This is non-denominational, so anybody who's interested in ritual and spellcraft can in fact pick up this book and work with it. But this is a book to teach you about both coven rituals, solitary rituals, for every occasion you can possibly think of. This is by far one of the largest books I have at 551 pages. But there's so much information for this in here. I mean, it's almost impossible to summarize this book, but I'm going to do the best I can to try to explain to you why you may want to add this to your collection. If you're not someone that writes your own rituals, this probably is not going to appeal to you. If you're someone who's never thought about group ritual work, this probably isn't going to appeal to you. Not that, this is going to make you want to like form a coven or anything like that, but if I was starting a coven or any type of circle, I would use this like as my 101 guide, no question. It goes over the reasons why we do ritual. It goes over rituals from around the world. And that just gives you like different cultures, like from Australia and Africa, some European and Greek cultures. It goes over some of the basics of, I guess, what would be like the Wiccan ritual, like cakes and wines, the opening and closing, grounding of energy. It goes over ethics. It goes over moon cycles, astrological influences. It goes over looking at our middle self, higher self, deeper self, younger self. It goes over Sabbaths. It goes over choosing the planetary hours and days. It goes over colors, symbolism, song, dance, and food. So much more. There are some rituals that are written out in here, and you could fully use those outlines. You can also take them and adapt them and write your own. There was a cleansing ritual in here that I used. I adapted it for myself, and it was just, it was amazing. The effects afterwards, I mean, I can't describe it, but honestly, I was amazed. I've never had, like, I never do rituals as they are written in a book. I always, in some way, shape, or form, take them and then adapt them to my own style, adding something from myself. And, you know, I did that with this one in that I added a section for a particular deity I wanted to work with. But beyond that, I almost did the straight whole thing as it was written in the book. Every suggestion, I used all the materials she wrote, and it was a great ritual. It's actually listed as a self-blessing ritual, but it's also a cleansing ritual. And if you read it, you'll understand what I mean. But that was one of my favorites in the book. And the other ones, there's like some, for like groups, like you can assign different parts to different members. And definitely if I was working with a group, I would probably use that. But beyond that, I mean, anything you can ever need as far as ritual is in this book. There's just nothing you can't find in this book. Even the appendix section is just huge, because she again goes over, she gives you like worksheets that you can print out. She gives you just charts, more correspondence, lists for supplies, terms. She gives you like sample correspondence, like you might want to take this format and copy something like that in your book of shadows or a grimoire. You know, like hand fasting, there's a section in here for hand fasting. I know I saw on one of the groups someone had asked for about hand fasting ritual, but there's that in there. There's a critique section to help you look over the ritual you've written and critique it to make sure it fits everything you want to do. This is one of the best investments I bought. I got this for $16 on Amazon, and I normally am not someone who would even spend over 10 on books from Amazon, because I feel like there's just enough books out there under $10, and with shipping and handling it gets expensive, you know. But I particularly wanted this book after seeing another review on it, and I have to say I do not regret this book at all, and I've come to love Amber Kay as an author. So yeah, I highly recommend that book. So definitely look for Ritual Craft and 13 Shadows of the Moon. That's all for today. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.